The web of loyalty, betrayal, and power struggles, Diane, Michael, and Victor's game in the complex, ever-changing world of the young and the restless. The line between loyalty and betrayal is always razor-thin. Michael Baldwin, once a steadfast ally of Victor Newman, finds himself in an increasingly difficult situation as he is drawn deeper into the machinations of Diane Jenkins Abbott. While Michael has long considered Diane a friend, his devotion to Victor is a much stronger bond, one that has taken years to rebuild after previous betrayals. However, Diane's actions may soon place Michael in a position where his loyalty to Victor is put to the ultimate test. Michael Baldwin. Between loyalty to Diane and Victor, Michael Baldwin's character has always been defined by his intelligence, sharp wit, and commitment to doing the right thing. But when it comes to Victor Newman, there's another layer of complexity. Michael has spent years regaining Victor's trust after the mistakes of the past, particularly after his involvement in various legal matters that once strained his relationship with the powerful businessman. Rebuilding that trust wasn't easy, and Michael has gone to great lengths to prove his loyalty and dedication to Victor. Now, Michael faces a dilemma. Diane Jenkins Abbott, whom Michael has known for years, has come back into the fold and brought with her a fresh set of complications. As she becomes more entrenched in her own plans, especially with Jack Abbott, she may inadvertently challenge Michael's loyalty. Although Michael values Diane's friendship, he cannot afford to lose Victor's trust again. Doing so would not only jeopardize his career but could ruin any chance of redemption he has left with the Newman patriarch. Despite her complicated history, Diane is positioning herself to potentially use Michael as a pawn in a much larger game. It's clear that she has an agenda, and while Michael may not fully understand the depths of her plans, he will soon find himself having to make difficult choices. Does he remain loyal to Victor, or does he listen to the more personal, empathetic side of him that wants to help Diane and protect her from the looming shadows of her past? Diane's test of Michael's loyalty. Diane's actions may soon escalate as part of her long-term strategy with Jack Abbott. She may try to pull Michael into her web, using their past connection and friendship to pressure him into decisions that could weaken his allegiance to Victor. Diane knows how to work people, especially those with the potential to sway the tides in her favor. And given the tension between the Abbott and Newman families, Michael's role as a key figure in Victor's camp is a strategic advantage that Diane cannot afford to ignore. However, Michael's position is precarious. He has already been burnt once by a betrayal of trust with Victor, and this time, he can't afford to make the same mistake again. His loyalty to Victor runs deep. Victor has been a mentor, a business partner, and a father figure in many ways. Michael knows that betraying Victor would have severe consequences not only for him personally but for his entire career and his family's standing in Genoa City. As Diane pushes him to take actions that could challenge Victor, Michael is torn between two very powerful forces: his genuine friendship with Diane and his unwavering commitment to Victor. This internal conflict will likely create a lot of tension in upcoming episodes, as Michael grapples with how far he's willing to go for Diane without sacrificing everything he's worked to rebuild with Victor. The rising tension between Abbott and Newman. Meanwhile, the long-standing feud between Jack Abbott and Victor Newman shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, it may soon reach new heights. The rivalry between these two iconic characters has always been one of the driving forces of The Young and the Restless, and it seems that the tension is building toward an explosive showdown. With Victor's many schemes in motion, the stakes have never been higher. As Victor deals with multiple plots, both in his business dealings and personal vendettas, Jack Abbott is equally entrenched in his own plans to outsmart his longtime rival. Jack is no stranger to playing the game of corporate power and family drama, but Victor's influence and cunning make him a formidable adversary. The stakes between them are more than just business, this is personal, and the upcoming episodes may bring some significant confrontations that will test the limits of both men's endurance. Victor's manipulations, Audra Charles and his newest scheme with so many balls in the air, it's clear that Victor is running multiple schemes at once. One of his latest plots involves Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, a character who has proven herself capable of creating chaos and sowing discord. Audra's relationship with both Kyle Abbott and Victor's broader plans has made her a key player in the upcoming storyline. Victor, never one to shy away from using people for his gain, sees Audra as a tool in his larger strategy, especially as he focuses on breaking up the budding romance between Kyle and Claire Newman. Audra, who has a history with Kyle, could be used to rekindle old feelings, all in the name of sowing mistrust and tension between the younger generation of Newmans and Abbotts. Whether she will be complicit in Victor's schemes or develop her own agenda remains to be seen. Given her past history of manipulation and her desire to prove herself, Audra might prove to be both an asset and a wildcard in Victor's plans. If she decides to use her charm and influence to further her own goals, it could cause further tension between the Newman and Abbott families. And if Michael gets caught in the web of these power plays, the drama will only escalate. The future of Michael Baldwin's loyalty is at the heart of many current and future storylines, as he's forced to balance his personal relationships with his professional obligations. The pressure on him will only mount as Diane Jenkins Abbott continues to push the boundaries of their friendship, trying to pull him into her schemes with Jack. As Victor's trust in Michael is pushed to the limit, Michael will need to decide where his true allegiances lie. Will Michael choose to stay loyal to Victor, despite the difficult circumstances? Or will Diane's emotional appeal and shared history be enough to tempt him to betray the Newman family once again? This looming decision will likely define Michael's role in the drama unfolding in Genoa City, and it's sure to have long-lasting consequences for his relationship with both Victor and Diane. With the Abbott-Newman rivalry heating up, multiple schemes unfolding, and Michael facing one of his toughest challenges yet, the next few weeks on The Young and the Restless promise to be filled with shocking revelations and unexpected alliances. Fans of the show are in for an intense ride as the drama continues to escalate, with every character's loyalty and motivations being tested like never before. This exploration delves into the intricate relationships and shifting alliances surrounding Michael Baldwin, Diane Jenkins Abbott, and Victor Newman, providing a comprehensive view of the upcoming conflict and tensions in The Young and the Restless. The stakes are high, and the storylines are on the brink of dramatic evolution. Victor's relentless feud. Nikki caught in the middle, Abbott's defiance, and the future of Jabot in The Young and the Restless. The drama is about to heat up even more as Victor Newman remains steadfast in his relentless pursuit of revenge against the Abbott family. Despite numerous attempts from Michael Baldwin to persuade Victor to ease up, there is no sign that Victor will back down from his vendetta. His desire for retribution has been a consistent driving force for his character, and it seems that even the pleas of those closest to him will not sway him from his course. Victor's relentless pursuit of revenge. Victor has always been a man of action, and when he feels wronged, there is no mercy, especially when it comes to his long-standing feud with the Abbott family. The animosity between Victor and Jack Abbott has simmered for years, with both men constantly at odds over family businesses and personal vendettas. Despite their occasional alliances, the two have never truly seen eye to eye, and the current storyline is no exception. Michael Baldwin, who has worked hard to rebuild his relationship with Victor after previous betrayals, has repeatedly tried to intervene. He knows that Victor's thirst for vengeance has only escalated in recent months, and he is worried about the impact it will have not just on the Newman family, but also on his own standing within the family and the business world. Michael's attempts to convince Victor to back down or at least soften his approach to the Abbott family have so far fallen on deaf ears. Victor, unyielding as ever, is determined to teach Jack Abbott and his family a lesson they won't forget. For Victor, revenge is a strategy to reaffirm his power and control over both his personal and professional relationships. Every slight from Jack is perceived as an affront to his authority, and it's clear that Victor won't stop until he's exacted the full measure of retribution. This ongoing feud is sure to escalate, leading to further tension and perhaps even some unexpected alliances within the two families. Nikki's struggle to be the peacemaker amidst the chaos. Nikki Newman finds herself once again playing the role of peacemaker, a position she has often occupied in her marriage to Victor. Over the years, she has been the voice of reason, attempting to mediate between Victor and various members of the Newman family and their rivals. However, as Victor's obsession with the Abbott family deepens, Nikki is finding it increasingly difficult to hold the peace. Nikki doesn't like the constant clashes between Victor and Jack. She knows the toll it takes on Victor, both emotionally and physically, and she also understands the long-term damage these conflicts can cause to the Newman legacy. Despite her best efforts to encourage Victor to focus on more constructive pursuits, she finds herself in a losing battle. What makes matters worse is Victor's growing disdain for Kyle Abbott and how it is affecting Claire Newman, Victor's granddaughter. Nikki, who has always had a soft spot for Claire, is particularly concerned about the impact Victor's vendetta against Kyle is having on her. Claire's happiness is important to Nikki, and she has witnessed how Claire's relationship with Kyle has sparked new hope for her future. Unfortunately, Victor's refusal to see the bigger picture puts Claire in an uncomfortable position, and Nikki fears that the emotional toll could be too much for her. Despite her best efforts to reason with Victor, Nikki will find herself in a difficult position in Thursday's episode, where she is unable to stop the drama that Victor is set to unleash. She knows that her husband is determined to exact his revenge on the Abbott family, and she can't change his mind. As a result, she will once again be caught between her loyalty to her family and her desire for peace. The Abbott family strikes back, defending Jabot with Victor refusing to back down and Nikki powerless to influence him. The Abbott family is left with no choice but to fight back. Jack Abbott, ever the strategist, is not one to sit idly by while Victor seeks to destroy everything he's worked for. His family's legacy, the family business, and his own personal honor are on the line, and Jack will do whatever it takes to protect them. Jabot, the Abbott family's prized cosmetics company, is at the heart of the conflict. Victor has always seen Jabot as a symbol of the Abbott family's success, and taking it down would be a major blow to Jack and his family. With Victor's attacks growing more aggressive, Jack, Ashley, and the rest of the Abbott family will be forced to rally around the company and defend it at all costs. This could lead to some intense business battles, legal wrangling, and even more personal drama as the Abbotts work to outsmart their Newman adversaries. But this fight is not just about business, it's also deeply personal. The Abbott family will be battling for survival, and every member will have to make difficult decisions about where their loyalties lie. Jack's leadership will be put to the test, and his ability to protect his family and Jabot will be questioned at every turn. What lies ahead? As the feud between Victor and Jack escalates, so too will the stakes for the other characters involved. Michael Baldwin's loyalty will continue to be tested, as he must decide whether to remain loyal to Victor or distance himself from his increasingly erratic actions. Nikki, meanwhile, will be caught in the middle of a war she has no control over, and her own frustrations may start to surface. Meanwhile, the Abbott family's resilience will be tested as they fight to maintain their position in Genoa City and protect Jabot from Victor's ruthless machinations. One thing is certain, the war between the Abbott and Newman families is far from over, and it looks set to become even more volatile in the coming weeks. With Victor refusing to let go of his vendetta, the drama will continue to unfold, leaving the future of both families hanging in the balance. Fans of The Young and the Restless can expect major developments as the power struggle between the Abbotts and Newmans reaches new heights. With Victor's schemes in full swing and the Abbott family preparing to fight back, Genoa City is about to witness some of its most intense confrontations yet. The outcome of this battle could change everything for both families. And the consequences of their rivalry will echo throughout the entire city.